can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football. Establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like, fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Power football with the run. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll go with a direct snap. Plows through the defense. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Now on the option. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Now the toss. Still running at the 40. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the single back. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 14, Alabama.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up there. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
But man, this guy's shown you the whole game, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, free safeties have to be great center fielders, right? They got to play in so much space, and in man coverage, they know there's going to be routes breaking over the middle of the field. So you got to be able to put your foot in the ground and then accelerate. And that's exactly what he did on that interception. Awesome play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse,
all kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He lets one fly deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a Classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single day. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game for Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To spread it out to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
He unleashes a long one. Touchdown Tide! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Oh, and they blocked it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. He lets it fly. He's got it down the left. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They keep attacking through the air. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap your chest. My bad, dog.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Running back goes in motion. Back to pass, it's Flanagan. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Caught in the backfield, it's Landry. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Flanagan. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Got his man on the right. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good, and they're down by just 1. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. At the 40, there he goes. Bringing it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't make it 10. Take that thing all the way back.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go.
He's going to fire deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Got it set up on the outside. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The give to the back. Got room at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
The expressway is wide open. The 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of that.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Powers through the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll go to the ground. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And defense, you can fly around.
And he breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
2nd down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. Makes the grab at the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's DeMarco. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you?
Nothing but green ahead. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Got the first down and more. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Hands it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Shows him the stiff arm. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete, and
throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Auburn! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayden. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
First and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
no doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. The give to the left. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Flanagan. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stroud. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Flips it out in the flat. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
On target over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now, after the incompletion, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3.
Get set, get set.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Auburn. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas State was able to come away with a victory, but it's not the type of dominant win we've seen in Jonesboro over the years. It is a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hayden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Yeah, and another good run. What's new, though? I mean, this dude, 150 on the dot. That is a great day at the office. He's been really, really good all game long, and it's no secret why they continue to feature this guy in the ground game.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Goes to the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Flanagan. Coming after it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
On the move at the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
This crowd even louder now on second down as they try to hold on. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to make it impossible to communicate. It's a reverse. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And how about the play call? I like it. Being a little bit aggressive in the red zone, a little bit unpredictable. He gets rewarded for it. Nice positive game, puts you in a great situation.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. Fair catch called for and made. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Got it in the middle. It's long. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Makes the grab down the left side. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats.